good morning, good afternoon, good evening. VRCheff is back. And, as you can see, we're in a new kitchen with a new fun recipe. Halloween cupcakes, which you can make with the kids just by following this video. So, let's go for it. First, let's have a look at the ingredients we're going to need to make our cupcakes, which are the following: 4 eggs, 250 grams of sugar, 250 grams of pastry flour, 1 dessert spoon of dry yeast, a pinch of salt, 1 dessert spoon of vanilla extract, 250 grams of liquid or melted butter, and let's start. We preheat the oven to 180 degrees C. Next, we break the eggs in a bowl and beat them up well with the aid of a whisk. And we put in the sugar and continue to mix it up well until we have a nice, smooth mixture. Next, we use a colander to sieve the flour into the bowl so we can avoid the yeast getting lumpy. Add a little pinch of salt. Then beat it energetically, like this. And when we've got it all well mixed in together, we pour in the butter. And now we thicken the resulting cake mix and finally add the vanilla extract. And this is the moment when we pour the cupcake mix into the paper cupcake moulds that we've set out beforehand. And now we put the moulds into the preheated oven and keep them in there for 18 to 20 minutes at 180 degrees C. While they're baking, let's get on with making the buttercream that we're going to cover the cupcake bases with. The ingredients for this are the following: 450 grams of icing sugar, 50 millilitres of milk, 10 grams of vanilla extract, and 450 grams of melted butter without salt. With the help of the whisk, we whip the butter to emulsify it, whip it up well, then add the icing sugar, finally sieve through the colander. Mix it well. Add in the milk and beat for a couple of minutes before putting the vanilla extract in. And this is what the mixture should look like. Now we'll just leave that in the fridge until we've got the cupcakes out of the oven and let them cool down. Meanwhile, with the kids' help, we can make use of this time by making our Halloween cupcake decorations with fondant icings of different colours. With a little ball of green fondant icing, we can make the pumpkin stalks, like this. Then we'll stretch out a bit of orange icing with the help of our fingers until we've got some thin strips that we can use as the pumpkin's segments, which should be about roughly this size. And lastly, with a bit of black icing, we can make the mouths of our horrific pumpkins by squashing the fondant with the fingertip, cutting the ends with the help of a paring knife to get the required shape, and we make a couple of indentations with the tip of the knife to make the teeth. And with small triangles of black fondant icing, we make the eyes, and the nose, and the mouth. And now we have all the things we need to put together our terrifying Halloween pumpkins. Now, as you can see, we have all the cold cupcakes fresh out of the fridge and out of the moulds, and the buttercream also out of the fridge. So, up to here, this could be a normal everyday recipe. We cover the cupcake base with buttercream using a piping nozzle, and we decorate them with little balls of chocolate or anything else we want. But, as we said at the start, we're not after perfection, more like just having a good time with the kids in the house. So now we come to the part of the recipe where the little uns can most help out, making our cupcakes into pumpkin shapes. We start by dyeing the buttercream a lovely pumpkin orange colour. So we're going to need yellow food dye to make up 85%, and the other 15% with red food dye. Mix it all up well, and then with a spoon we can spread a generous quantity of buttercream on the cupcake base like this, making it look like a pumpkin. Next, we stick the green fondant stalk in the top, then the orange fondant icing strips a little separate from each other like this. There they are. Now, the terrifying mouth of black fondant. The nose. And finally, the eyes. I imagine the children will do this better than I can with my fat old fingers. And here's the final results. Right, I'm going to stay here putting the rest of these cupcakes together, and I'll leave you with the list of ingredients. Hope you enjoyed it. See you next recipe, friends. And as always, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We're here on YouTube, so come on baby, like my page.